Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is going to be a tutorial on this little drag look that I did for the Instagrams. It was really well received there, and I did a Twitter poll and you guys wanted to see a tutorial on this instead of the miniatures Q&A. So hopefully the miniatures Q&A will go up Wednesday, but for today, let's get into this tutorial. So I'm starting off as always by color correcting with my NYX green color correcting base, and then today I'm mixing it with a new company called Moonplay Cosmetics. I'm just trying them for the first time and said that you could mix their shimmers in with your foundation or base, and because I'm going to be using a stick foundation that's a little bit more mattifying, I decided to mix it in with my base to make sure I stayed luminous through that matte finish of the ABH stick foundation, which I'm going to be applying next. Norvina did tweet that you would like the ABH stick foundation more if you were on the oily side, so it is mattifying. This does not bother me because sometimes I sweat during the day and I feel like a drier foundation kind of counteracts that sweat, but that luminous layer underneath paid off really well, I feel, on the end result, and I ended up really liking the finish that it gave me. So I'm just going over pretty much every inch of my skin with this stick foundation, but I am leaving my cheekbones free because I thought I would just put my contour shade there without putting foundation down first, just to see the result that I got, and I actually really liked it. Yeah, make sure you get all over that forehead. Now for my concealer, I'm going in with the Tarte Cosmetics Rainforest of the Sea foundation. I really like this one, and as I've said before, I generally don't like formulas of concealer. Doesn't mean I've never found a concealer that I like, but I prefer just using foundations myself. And I'm using this with the paddle brush from Smith Cosmetics. What am I doing? Getting that NYX mineral stick in shade, I believe this is shade 13, and you can see that there's no foundation where I'm putting this down because I wanted my contour to be dark because this is a drag look, so I wanted it to be intense all over. I'm just gonna contour my mouth there for a nifty Instagram's cover photo. Yeah, there we go. I actually really like the shade that it gave me without putting foundation down first to blend it out with. What are you doing? Just getting under your chin. Make sure that all your features are smaller. Gonna tackle this nose of mine, which is just enormous, but that doesn't bother me very much. It's okay. Buffing it with that same dirty brush because there's already my foundation shade on the brush, which is gonna help blend it because there's no foundation underneath it to blend it. If I haven't said that 50 times already. So using a beauty blender you already use or a brush you already use will help it blend easier from my experience. See how big my forehead is? I need that shade. I should just do drag makeup all the time. Yeah, it needs a dark shade to cut down that 4, 5, 6 head of mine and that obvious male hairline. Am I right, you guys? Now I'm just going to be baking by putting some, I think this is RCMA No Color Powder on a dry beauty blender because I lost my powder puff. Aww. I need to get a new one. I actually need to get a bunch of them. So if you guys have like Alcone or something you get your powder puffs from, let me know. Do you like them? What kind do you use? Here we go, under the cheekbones. If that line wasn't defined enough, it's going to be extra defined by just baking and putting some powder on there. If you haven't done this before, you just put basically excess powder where anything you want to brighten. So by brightening it, it'll make the line look harsher and just give you more of a chiseled out cheekbone thing. I usually do this step with foundation. You probably see me do it with foundation before, and you could do that as well. I just decided to go with powder today because that was what was in front of me on my desk. Here I am buffing out that foundation with, I believe it was Makeup Geek Cosmetics Cool Shade 1 on the Smith 112 brush, and most likely Hot Makeup USA bronzer, and MB01 is the lightest one because it adds some warmth to my face without making me look like an orange. And if you want to check out Hot Makeup USA products, you can use my discount code UVMakeup if you feel like it. This is a tip kind of for those of you with bleached brows. If they turn yellow from your foundation, because I am from Planet Mustard, as I've said before, and you want to cancel that out to make them kind of transparent and you don't want to cover them with glue because I didn't feel like doing that, you can brush it through with this Smith Cosmetics spoolie and the NYX Cosmetics purple color corrector, because purple and yellow are opposites on the color wheel. They are complementary colors and will cancel to a neutral. So I outlined this shape off camera with the Smith Cosmetics angled liner brush and my go-to shades, which will come on screen as we go along. I'm actually blending the lines with the little angled liner brush now to make sure that when I put powder around them, the actual physical line isn't just completely harsh. I want it a little bit blended, And here we're going in with the yellow, which is Melt Cosmetics Neon. It's my favorite yellow shadow. I use it all the time, and I'm using a Cosette brush for this. I really like this Cosette brush for placing pigment down in tight areas, and because this is kind of an angled outward shape, I wanted a pointed brush to blend this out with. And I'm going all the way into the pink side as well. This was initially going to be my Pan Pride colors that I do all the time, but I ended up making it more of a rainbow because they just blend so well. This is from the exact same Melt Radioactive stack in the shade Radioactive. It's a pink, and you can see me be pretty messy and go in inside the lines that I drew. That is going to be fine because I'm going to cover it up with some pretty intense paint anyway, so don't stress about that. Here we're using the Sugar Pill X Kimchi collab shade. It's my favorite blue ever. It's just so pretty. You can see it blending already, and with the neon and radioactive from Melt Cosmetics into a really pretty purple and green shade. I didn't use any colors in between these. I just buffed them with the same Cosette brush all the way around. Look at that seafoam green, and turn it into a chartreuse. So pretty. Here we're doing the exact same thing on the other eye, except I transposed the colors one to the left, I believe. Is that one I did? Pretty sure. So we're doing the exact same step, instead of neon, we're using kimchi. Huh. And then this is radioactive. As you can see, it made a really pretty orange shade down there by neon, because pink and yellow make orange, or red and yellow. I just don't like red very much as a color on myself. I love it on other things. I just feel like red is a little bit harsh. To make sure everything is smooth AF, I'm taking the Zoeva Cosmetics Soft Luxe Crease Brush and the Suva Beauty shade Sand. Sand is my, what I call, eraser shade. It's just the exact same skin color as you, which for me is super duper pale. And I'm just buffing the edges to make sure that there's no harsh lines. I actually think I brought some not promiscuous, that's the purple shade. Radioactive, which is the pink shade. The pink shade from Melt down too far, which is why I'm cleaning it up with my beauty blender. Now I'm taking the Mehron Cosmetics Clown White, which is a very thick paint. I would not recommend it for your eyes because it'll crease, but I couldn't find my NYX Cosmetics Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil, which is what I would recommend instead. I'm taking it with a lip brush from Smith Cosmetics because the lip brush handles creams very well. Now I'm just using my finger to pack it down with Suva Beauty Coconut, which is a white matte shadow, to see if I can avoid any creasing, which I'm sure I didn't. So to finish off, we're going to pop on some lashes I painted white, some giant lips, which I love despite the hate comments on my Instagram, and this mint wig from Powder Room. Oh, and these nails from Perfect10AU, Perfect_10_AU. And I think we're finished with this look. I think that's it. Look at me adjusting that hair. Highlighting with Danessa Myricks Ice. As always, it's my favorite highlight powder. And thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a lovely day, and let me know which one to see next. And I will catch you on the next video. Thank you so much. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Goodbye. Okay, there's still time left. Love you all again. Goodbye.